So then guys, tomorrow is Apple's dropping event. But at this event, we could have a one more thing moment from them. Now, the one more thing is something that Apple like to do when they have something a little bit special to show you guys, something brand new out there that they have been working on for a while. The last time we had a one more thing moment was the likes of, say, the Vision Pro. So this is when we actually got that. And then obviously in the past, we've had loads of other one more things, like the iPad was a one more thing. The likes of the iPhone, that was a one more thing. There's been loads of them over the years. But it looks like this year, there is the potential at the dropping event, we could have that moment. And it's going to be one of two scenarios. Now, I think the obvious one's going to be, and obviously I won't talk too much on this because it's been all over the internet and I've talked about it loads, and that is the one more thing could be the likes of the iPhone Air. Obviously, this is a brand new member to the Apple family, Apple's thinnest and lightest phone ever. As we know, this phone is only going to weigh about 145 grams, or maybe a little bit less than that. And then on top of that as well, it's going to be Apple's thinnest iPhone they've ever made, coming in at 5.5 millimeters thick. It's going to be super thin at its thinnest point. So yeah, we're all quite excited for this, especially with its ProMotion display and then also 6.6 inch display too with it. It does look pretty amazing. Now, like I said, I do think this could be one of the one more thing moments. But the other scenario, what could be happening is finally we could see Apple Intelligence being updated and coming out. And what could happen with that? One of two things could happen with it. The first instance is that Apple have finally fixed their Apple Intelligence themselves. They've got it all ready and they are ready to start rolling it out to you guys. So what that essentially means is the likes of, say, iOS 26, it'll probably be iOS 26.1 where we'll start to actually see that rollout. Maybe it might be beta software. Now, just a reminder of what we should be getting with Apple Intelligence. Remember we had a demo back at WWDC 2024 with the ability that, say, for example, you could use, say, your apps and it would integrate with Siri. You could ask it questions about things that are happening in your apps at that time and it could work it all together. So, for example, it could work out if you were planning on going on a vacation trip, that it could actually pull out an itinerary of everything all together from all your apps. So what I'm talking about is that it could actually work out your tickets to go on the plane. It could work out where you're going to. It could also work out, for example, all the places that you're going to visit. Put them into an itinerary just by going through all your different apps that you've got. Also the factor too that, it could work with Apple Maps, that it would work out, how long it would take you to get to the airport and when you should actually leave for that. It would just be all integrated, working together. Now that's just one example there, but there could be so many more. And this is what something Apple promised that was coming, and it was going to be an updated version of Siri. And as we know, guys, sadly, it never came out in the likes of the end of 2024. And then so far this year in 2025, we haven't seen anything of it. And even at WWDC 2025, it didn't get announced there. So maybe, just maybe, this year we could actually see that actually come in. Do remember that last year in 2024, we saw Craig and he talked around some of the Apple Intelligence features that were coming at that time. Maybe he could do something like that again this year, where he's actually showing off some brand new Apple Intelligence, bits and pieces like that Siri integration that we have been waiting for. So this could be the one more thing, the thing that we've been waiting for. And this was, as I would say, would bring Apple back on top to actually make the Apple Intelligence, finally worthy of actually using it on the day-to-day basis and actually helping you out on your iPhone. Now, there is another way that Apple could do the one more thing, and I'll tell you about that right after I tell you about the channel giveaway, what we have got right here. That's right, guys, at the end of September, the end of this month, I am giving away this right here. It is an iPad Pro, and it has got an M4 chip in it, and it's the 13-inch version. But this is no ordinary iPad Pro. Oh no. This has 1 terabyte of storage. It doesn't have that baseline 256 gigabytes. And if you know anything about what's about to happen, we're about to get iPad OS 26, and this is going to make this an amazing device for one person out there, one lucky subscriber out there. And what's also great about this iPad, if being it's got the 1 terabyte of storage, it also has 16 gigabytes of RAM, and as I like to call it, the full fat M4 10-core CPU and 10-core GPU, and finally it's also a cellular version too. And like I said, one lucky subscriber is going to get their hands on this at the end of this month. So to enter into this giveaway, it is quite easy to do. There are 2 steps you need to complete. The first step is what you can do right now. Just put down into the comments below of what technology gear you're hoping to get in 2025. Maybe it's going to be new iPhones, maybe it's going to be a new pair of AirPods, or maybe it's got nothing to do with Apple whatsoever. It could be, say, a brand new Nintendo Switch 2 or something else. Just let me know in the comments below. Now, the other thing I just want to quickly say to you guys is that the second part of the giveaway is going to be happening near the end of September time. And on that, I'll be making a video giving you guys even more details about it. And in that as well, there'll be a form to fill in and some other bits and pieces telling you the live stream date and things like this when this is going to be given away. So you won't want to miss out on that video. So the best thing that you can do right now is make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too. Plus you also want to be a subscriber because obviously I'm giving this away to a lucky subscriber. The last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys is that sadly there are still scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, telling you to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore those people, or better you can see right here, please do report them. So moving on from this then, the other thing, what the one more thing scenario could be, and that is still sticking with Apple Intelligence, and that is they've gone out there for help. Now, we had this article right here showing us or telling us that Apple are looking to work with the likes of, say, Google with Gemini. So if you know what Gemini is, it is the AI assistant, what is built into so many Android devices out there right now that have come out in the last year or so. So for example, the likes of the new Honor Magic V5, all of Samsung's latest phones what have, say, One UI 8 built into them, and even some of them with One UI 7, they have it. There are so many devices out there, including Google's own ones as well, with the new Pixel ranges, obviously, and also the last generation of the Pixel 2. So yeah, but it looks like that Apple could build this into it. Now, do remember at WWDC 2024, Apple even said they were talking with the likes of Google to get this integrated. So maybe what will happen is that we could have a mix bag of, say, Siri and also have a mix of Gemini put together. This is something a little bit like what Samsung have done with their Bixby and also the likes of, say, Google AI with Gemini. So maybe this is something what Apple have also worked on. And this could be the one more thing moment. This is what they could be doing. This could also come out in our iOS 26.1 beta that we'll be able to get our hands on and try out. Maybe this is a new feature that also Craig might also talk about on stage. So we'll have to wait and see, because one thing's for sure, you know, all this new hardware of iPhones that we're going to be spoke about at the Apple event, they're great, but the software also needs to be great too to go along with it. So fingers crossed, this is what we will see this time round. But with that then, guys, what do you think? Do you think Apple will have a one more thing moment? And what do you think it personally will be? Do you think it will just be the likes of the iPhone Air? Or do you think it will be the likes of something else a bit different? Or do you think they might not do anything at all? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well, guys, it's time to wrap up the video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, you know, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell to hear the latest on all the Apple news, reviews and comparisons too. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.